Thank you, Malcolm. Thank you, everyone. It's an honour to follow you, Malcolm. You've been a real foot soldier for a long time now. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm probably one of the few people that have a pedigree in the political left. For anyone that may admit that, but I have a long trade union background. I was president of the Trades Hall Council in Canberra for 3 years, secretary of the CFMEU for about 6 years, but I was also senior industrial officer for the Federated Clerks Union, the Commonwealth Public Service Union, etc. So I've got a long background in the trade union movement, and I come from the political left. I'm probably one of the last fully made communists in this country, so I'm probably the last of the Mohicans. I come to you today to talk about this coming election, but I don't want to talk to you about who to vote for. I mean, there's many other smarter people out there who can discuss with you who's a better candidate than others and what parties are. I want to come and talk to you about the election process itself, because the election process, I don't have any confidence in it. Recently, I've watched the film documentary by Dinesh D'Souza called 2000 Mules, and it showed outright the theft of an American election, to which Australia would just be a pimple on the pumpkin. And if you don't think that there is not an army mobilised behind the scenes to work on every aspect of your vote, and how to manipulate your vote, and in some cases how to criminally interfere with your vote, then you're not living in the real world. This has been going on for a long time, where we've seen voting outcomes which just defy all of the evidence leading up to that. So I say that we're not just going to have to vote our way out of this, but we're also going to have to make sure that we gain control of all of the machinery, all of the voting machinery and the infrastructure, and to make sure that that is fully transparent, because at the moment it's not. At the moment I really do fear that this election is going to be interfered with. If you look at Queensland, all of our electoral roll last year was handed over to a Chinese contractor in China, where they have all of our recorded details, names, addresses, dates of birth, etc. And they've coded that. That was handed over by Anastasia Palaszczuk. So I just say this electorate down on the Gold Coast, for all you locals down here on the Gold Coast, put the spotlight right upon this election process. Look, I'll wind it up by just speaking briefly about the trade unions. As you know, I've got a pedigree. My father, my brothers, my sister, we're a trade union family. Look, the Australian trade unions are a captive operation for overseas forces. They are a captive operation. You're going to find out the linkages between George Soros and Lord Mark Malloch Brown, all through their Open Societies Foundation and the monies that run between these extreme New World Order globalist groups, right down through in the trade union movement, and also other organisations like GetUp. You're going to find this is all going to come out soon. But I'll tell you now, the Australian trade unions are not acting on your behalf. They are now a monstrous money laundering machine for the ALP. And if you want to know what role they're going to play in the election, go and watch Dinesh D'Souza's 2000 Mules. You'll get the picture. Thank you very much. Glad to be here.